Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Pelicans tonight in the play in. Obviously, guys, this was one of the most stressful moments when it comes to us Laker fans, when it comes to the Lakers trying any sort of way to advance to the playoffs. And they absolutely did it tonight. A win is a win. I don't care how the results ended. But at the same time, this was a much needed win. And now the Lakers are the seventh seed. They're heading to the playoffs to face the reigning champs in the Denver Nuggets. I'll get into all the analysis and thoughts about this game and the matchup potentially on Saturday against the Denver Nuggets and all that. But before anything, like always, please be sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. It's really important that you do so, so you'll be in the know when I go live for every single Lakers post game shows, and especially when it comes to playoff time. So, lots of things will happen when it comes to playoff time, and anything could happen when it comes to outcomes. I mean, last year was a perfect example of how things turned out for the Lakers when it comes to the playoffs. I mean, they were the seventh seed, and yet they were able to beat the number two seed in the Memphis Grizzlies, and they beat the reigning champs at the time of the Golden State Warriors in the second round of the playoffs. And now, once again, they have a rematch against the reigning champs, this time of the Denver Nuggets. So stay tuned, hit that notification bell, and follow me all across social media. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for joining me on this live stream. I'm seeing all the comments coming in from Daniel. Welcome to the live stream. I really appreciate you joining. I'm seeing also Ghetto Rabbit, your comment coming in as well. Playoffs, absolutely. The Lakers advance to the playoffs after beating the Pelicans in a survival win tonight against them, 110 to 105. They're advancing to the playoffs as the seventh seed to face the reigning champs, the number two seed in the Western Conference in the Denver Nuggets. And I just had to say, guys, I mean, this was a stressful game, I had to say, when it came down to it. And, I think I speak for everyone here when it came down to that. I mean, the first quarter was a scarce moment for me. I really saw that the Lakers were. Once the first quarter happened, I was like, "Damn, we're not going to come back from this because they're struggling at the moment." Because obviously, Anthony Davis played in the game, but he wasn't himself in the game. You can just tell that he wasn't himself in this game. And even though the stats show that he had a really good game due to him dealing with back spasms and all that, but at the same time, I mean, this was a moment where he needed to step up, and also LeBron James was just sensational out there tonight. But I see the comment here from Daniel, you know, D'Lo, keep D'Lo. Let's see what he will do when we face the the Denver Nuggets on Saturday. Will he show up? That's the hope that I am going to be looking at when it comes to D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo has to show up when it comes to playoff time. If he wants to get paid over the summer, and if it is the Lakers, you know, he needs to show up, and that's my hope when it comes down to it. But at this moment, if I had to say who's the player of the game, I'm going to give it to D'Angelo Russell. He really showed up in this game when it came down to it, especially his shooting in the final minutes left remaining in the fourth quarter, his clutch three to move us up within the scoreboard. And, it was just one of those type of moments where we needed him at that moment because, the Lakers at the final minutes left remaining in the game, they looked like they were going to fall apart. It did not go well for the Lakers at this particular moment. Second quarter was great. Lakers were up by 10 at the end of the second quarter. Going to third is where things were a bit iffy at one point, and then the fourth came around. The Lakers did not make a lot of stoppage, and it just really wasn't going according to plan when it came down to the Lakers and their and their efforts in this game. Just to finish off the New Orleans Pelicans in this game, it was just looking really bad at one point, and it just wasn't going according to plan for us to just dominate as we did a couple of days ago against them. But obviously the second time around, I was watching Lakers Nation actually, and Sean Davis put this out very well. It's basically the Lakers were basically facing the Pelicans as like game two of the playoffs. When you see teams go to their own home court, sure, the game one take one game away from their home court, but the second time around when they're at their home court, they always step up. And that's what really happened tonight. The Pelicans, they wanted to win this game so badly. But, the Lakers survived as much as they can to get the win. And I'm going to take it. I'm really going to take it because any given moment when there's struggles in this game that I had to say was pretty bad, especially when it came to those offensive rebounds from the Pelicans. There were some moments where the Lakers needed to make some stoppage defensively, and they just couldn't. They just couldn't. The offense was just sensational by the Pelicans when it came down to it, and it's just how it was right there. I mean, it was just not looking good at that particular moment for the Lakers. And you can just tell that every time LeBron James, I'm just going to say right now, every time you see LeBron James sits out, the team becomes a whole different team. They at one point were leading by 13 points when LeBron was in the game, but when LeBron James sat out, they were down by they were still leading by 8 points. I mean, they lost like a huge lead at one point. When it came down to it, sure they were like probably up by maybe two, maybe like 4 or 6 points, but you can just tell there was a decline when LeBron James sits out. So, my hope is going into the playoffs against the Nuggets on Saturday that we will have a healthy LeBron James, especially Anthony Davis. That's why it's a good news that the Lakers won tonight and advance to the playoffs. So it gives the Lakers more time to rest. They have 2 days off to rest. So it's just one of those moments where the healthy the Lakers have, the more the efforts they will show once playoff time approaches, and it's going to be on Saturday for sure. So yeah, I mean, but throughout this game, I mean, shooting efforts was great by the Lakers. They shot 40% from the three. Field goal percentages was not so good out there for the Lakers. They shot 41 to the Pelicans 46. Free throws went to the Lakers at 89% from the free throw lines, and it was key. I have to say, it was key to when it came down to it because offensively was not looking good for the Lakers in certain quarters, especially from Anthony Davis, who was not showing a lot of offensive abilities out there tonight. Most of his scoring came from the free throws that he was making as well. I mean, he went 8 of 10 from the free throw line, managed to give us 20 points, went six of 16 from the field. So talk about the struggles offensively from the field goal range for the Lakers was coming from Anthony Davis. At one point, it was just that type of struggle. But LeBron James also, as well. He also went 6 of 20 from the field, so he struggled as well offensively for the Los Angeles Lakers as well. But when it came down to it, guys, I mean, it was pretty struggling for the Lakers offensively, but they managed to score well in this game, shooting wise from the three. Uh, Steals was pretty good for the Lakers. They had 7 blocks in this game. They only turned the ball 8 times compared to the Pelicans 12. So Lakers managed to do what they can in this game, and they survived. They survived when it came down to it. And we saw some efforts from some of our players, like I mentioned, D'Lo. D'Lo was honestly the best player in this game, in my opinion. Um, had 21 points out there tonight. Went 7 of 14 from the field. Went 5 of 11 from the three. So his shooting was great out there tonight for D'Angelo Russell out there tonight, and I hope to see that once we face the Denver Nuggets on Saturday and in the playoffs in general. If somehow we get past the Denver Nuggets, I mean, it's going to be sensation. It's going to be on him to make that happen. So um, obviously, the analytics and the betting odds are have the Denver Nuggets, favorites to get the win on to actually to beat the the Los Angeles Lakers when it came down to it. So this was a big win for the Lakers tonight. But obviously, the next hurdle will be against the Denver Nuggets for sure. I mean, they are the favorites going into the playoffs, and especially next two games in the playoffs. It's going to be in Mile High, which obviously where I live. So it is a different atmosphere when it comes to the altitude and all that. So being a Broncos fan too, it is. Plays a big role with some teams coming here, and it kind of changes their ways of how they play. But knowing how things will go, my hope is that the Lakers will steal one home game against the Denver Nuggets. That's the hope, because the Lakers haven't beat the Denver Nuggets probably 8 times, probably since. So it's basically they have been on a losing streak against the Denver Nuggets lately. So it's been pretty tough, but my hope is that will end, because I think they're going to win one game at home. My hope is, hopefully they do, because with a healthy LeBron James and hopefully, much close to healthy Anthony Davis, I think we will have a much better turnout when it comes down to it this time around in the first round of the playoffs for LeBron James, because as we all heard about LeBron, he basically said that, last year in the first round of the playoffs, he wasn't himself. He wasn't healthy. So that's basically what he said. That's not the exact quote, but compared to this year, he said he's healthy, healthier than he ever was last year. So that's good news for the Lakers. So, and tonight he had a great game. He played for 40 minutes out there tonight and had 23 points out there. Like I said, he did struggle from the field, 6 of 20. Also with Anthony Davis as well, he also struggled in that area in the game. Shot 1 3, which I think hopefully he doesn't do that on occasion. Once playoff approaches, because you know, uh, sure he shot 40% this year, but it's been an up and down when it comes to his shooting efforts from the three. It's not been that accurate. But my hope is that, oh, maybe once playoff approaches, maybe he'll let it up. You never know. But he also had 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks out there tonight. So great job out there for LeBron James. D'Angelo Russell, already talked about him, but he had 21 points out there, 5 of 11 from the three. His shooting, and all eyes are going to be on D'Angelo Russell. Regardless of what Daniel is saying here, with keeping D'Lo, extend him now. Sure, that's great and all, but he needs to prove his worth, because last year in the playoffs when we faced the Nuggets, he was a no-show, and that was the main reason why the Lakers not restructured, but gave him a contract that guaranteed that we were going to trade you at the trade deadline. The Lakers didn't basically do that because there was no trades out there that were worthy of trading D'Angelo Russell for. So understandable. But at the same time, I mean, regular season D'Lo, all-star caliber. That's who he is in regular season. But can he do that in the playoffs? Sort of remains to be seen. And all eyes are going to be on him once playoff approaches. And I'm going to be watching him for sure. I mean, if he can give us, you know, 5 of 11, last game against the Pelicans, he also went 5 of 10, I believe. So if he can do that, that would be great. Um, but he just needs to make shots and score. He needs to step up. It can't be just LeBron and Anthony Davis. We need him also. We need Austin Reaves. Playoff Rui is going to be very important for this Lakers team as well going into the playoffs. What we witnessed from him last year against the Grizzlies, in the playoffs. I mean, he was sensational. He was like basically our third option on this Lakers team, at that particular time in the playoffs. And then it was a mixture with Austin Reaves, and it was just sensational. Um, and obviously tonight, Austin Reaves had 16 points out there, went 2 of 5 from the three, and 5 rebounds, 6 assists. So you know he was solid out there tonight. And then Anthony Davis, commend on this guy, man. Let's give him some love and credit for what he did out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's playing through injuries right now, and he's been doing that throughout this NBA season. And kudos to him, averaging a career high 76 games. This year, a career high for him. Kudos to him, and it's all because he was dedicated. He was dedicated to play with the team, and not just you know taking listening to all the critics and being injured prone and all that. No, he did not hear that whatsoever, and he played through injuries, and this is one of them tonight. He wasn't himself offensively, I can tell you that. But looking at his numbers, he had 20 points, had 15 rebounds. For a guy who's dealing with back spasms, he was grabbing those rebounds, great out there tonight. And he had three blocks for the Lakers and one steal. I mean, if he doesn't get Defensive Player of the Year, I don't know what's going on with the voting committee. It's, I mean, there's been talks that maybe Victor Wembanyama may get Defensive Player of the Year as a rookie. So that's something. But you never know. We just have to wait and see. But Anthony Davis has been great defensively for the Los Angeles Lakers, and he just needed some help in this game. And obviously, we saw a couple of times from Rui, who had 13 points. But even though the numbers doesn't show it defensively in this game, he stepped up for Lakers defensively, I have to say. And I think, if anything, we have to see that once we play in the playoffs against the Denver Nuggets in the first round. So, and that's going to be a test for the Lakers for sure. So, other than that, we saw some effort from Gabe Vincent. He had 9 points in this game, so kudos to him. He went 2 of 4 from the three and 4 rebounds. Torian Prince had 6 points, went 2 of 6 from the three and 4 rebounds. And Jackson Hayes had 2 points out there tonight. And my hope is that we will see the return potentially of Christian Wood, maybe, but sort of remains to be seen about the status of him when he will return. And also Jared Vanderbilt. It seems a long shot, but I don't think he's going to come back very soon, especially when it comes to playoff time. Maybe if the Lakers can handle their own against the Denver Nuggets defensively, I mean, I think maybe we'll see him in the playoffs, but it sort of remains to be seen. But other than that, this was a stressful game. Lakers survived in this game and got the win against the Pelicans. And now they advance to the playoffs to face the reigning champs in a rematch scenario versus the Denver Nuggets. So, guys, I mean, this was great. This was a win that the Lakers needed, and they got it. And my hope is that they will bring that same energy once we face the Denver Nuggets on Saturday. Really can't wait for that. I want to read some of your comments here before I end this live stream, and I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. Let's see here from Daniel. We're going undefeated. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, the Lakers in the play-in, they have been undefeated, and it's been great, for sure. But I just hate when the Lakers just, they have the best talent in the world, and yet you still end up in the play-in scenario. They're more better than what they are, in my opinion. But it's just sadly they just don't show it half the time, and it just sucks that to see it. But yeah, they are undefeated though, and it's all because of LeBron James. To be honest with you guys, I mean LeBron, just plays in the play-in and he shows up. When it comes down to it, and I know he will once playoff time approaches on Saturday for the Lakers. It is going to be playoff LeBron, playoff Rui, Anthony Davis. Hopefully, he'll be 100% once we face the Denver Nuggets. I mean, it's going to be another scenario where it's going to be a stressful situation again for us to watch the Lakers face the Nuggets. But I think, because the regular season is over, I think playoff time more than anything is where we'll see the best out of this Lakers team in the playoffs, in my opinion. I mean, even LeBron even said it half the time, that, or maybe it wasn't LeBron, maybe it's just most analytics out there think that, the Lakers don't play well in the off season, in the regular season, but when it comes to playoff time, they show up. And I think that's the scenario where I think the Lakers are going to show up, when it comes down to it. I think they are going to play pretty well, when it comes to playoff time. And I just really can't wait to see a playoff Rui, and see LeBron as well playing as well. And it's just a scenario there where the Lakers just have to bring their all, get the Nuggets out the way, and it's going to be a cakewalk. I'm telling you right now. You beat the reigning champs in the first round of the playoffs, you will have a cakewalk to face the Timberwolves. Potentially, I think it's going to be a matchup, or maybe the Suns, or you will. And then if you beat those two teams, you will face OKC, or you maybe face the Golden State Warriors, or maybe the New Orleans Pelicans or the Kings. They're still playing at the moment. I'm not sure who will win at the end of it, but it's one of those teams. It's going to be a cakewalk. The Nuggets are basically a team that's in your way, and they did it before last year. Let's just hope the Lakers just don't allow that to happen again. So, let's go into Denver and get the big win. Let's just hope for that. Let's see here. I want to read some of your comments here. From Turbo, welcome to the live stream. Lakers all day. Nuggets, here we come. Yeah, I mean, the notion that I was hearing that the idea that the Lakers and most Laker fans were saying that we should have lost this game. I don't want to hear it. This is the Los Angeles Lakers we're talking about. Okay, for those of you who are saying that we should have lost this game, you're not Laker fans. I'm here to tell you. I'm sorry. It may hurt your feelings, but you're not Laker fans if you say that the Lakers should have lost this game so they could have went into the second round of the play-in to either face the Kings or the Warriors, and then end up facing OKC in the first round. That's not winning mentality. I just have to say it's not winning mentality for you to say that. And if anything, I think Kobe, if he was still alive, he would have, be pissed at all Laker fans that are saying that. Just the winning mentality. This is the Lakers we're talking about. You face every single team, no matter how good they are. You go out there and you dominate. You go out there and you try to win. That's dedication, And I'm glad the Lakers won tonight, and I'm glad that they will have the opportunity to have a playoff rematch against the Denver Nuggets, and go out there and win. Go out there and win and dominate as much as you can. I know there's some weaknesses in this game and the Lakers' skill sets defensively, but I think offensively, if they just continue to score and make some stoppage here and there, I think the Lakers will have the capabilities of getting wins, and just beating the Denver Nuggets. They have the talent, they have the skills to do it, but it's just the lack of confidence. Confidence is very important for this Lakers team going into Denver. And that's my hope. So, and I really can't wait. I mean, bring it on, Nuggets. Bring it on. I want to see that happen for sure. From Ghetto Rabbit, five, almost six Lakers in double digits. Gabe missed 1 point. LeBron missed a triple double, dub, and 1 rebound and 1 assist. Yeah, I mean, LeBron was close to getting a triple double, and I think he would have been the oldest player to ever get a triple double. In the playoffs, I believe. I might be mistaken. I'm not sure, but yeah, he missed that opportunity for sure. And just kudos to Gabe Vincent. I mean, he stepped up. In the sense for the second unit. Putting up 9 points. That's honestly maybe the best game out of Gabe Vincent this season. Maybe we'll see some more once we reach the playoffs, because that's where it's really important. Especially when it comes to Gabe Vincent and the reputation that he has when it comes to playoff time, is that he shows up when it comes to playoff time. We saw multiple times from analytics that in Miami, he is a defensive point guard, and he can shoot and all that. I mean, the main reason Lakers went after him is because of that trade. We didn't see that in the regular season. Maybe we'll see it in the postseason where he is much has a good reputation of being. So, let's just hope for that. Gabe Vincent, playoff Vincent, you never know. So let's just hope for that. Just got a comment here from Darrell Smith. I hope I said your name right. Welcome to the live stream. If the Lakers were able to beat the number two seed, number two Memphis last year, then they had the chance this year to beat the number two Denver. We just need to keep up the momentum. I agree 100% with what you're saying. That's the mentality that I hope the Lakers will have going into Saturday. And just hearing what LeBron had to say, him saying that he feels healthy now than he was last year in the first round of the playoffs or the beginning of the playoffs, because that right there alone tells you that this is a motivated LeBron. And if he's motivated, everyone around him needs to be motivated. And my hope is we will see playoff Rui, playoff Austin, and also all eyes are going to be on D'Angelo Russell. His shooting in the postseason, just his skill set, everything about him, that what he did in the regular season and during the trade deadline and all that, being an all-star caliber guy that he was putting up in the regular season. We need to see that in the postseason. And I think he knows that, and it just has to happen. And I have full confidence the Lakers will, give the Nuggets a run for their money. That's my hope. I mean, just carry that momentum where they're at, and just carry it on to Denver, like that. And I absolutely agree with you on that for sure. Thank you for commenting that. I really appreciate it. Okay, hold on. ZLN, you look like Friends Fransco Harris. I don't know who that is. I probably will look that up for sure. Fransco. Okay, let me look it up real quick. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to look that up real quick. Uh, it's just I really want to know who this guy. Harris. Oh yeah. He passed away last 2 years ago. Yeah, former lineman, running back for the Steelers. Yeah, thank you. That's a good compliment. Actually, he's a Hall of Famer. I think he won multiple. Didn't he win like multiple? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 4 Super Bowls. Hey, that's a nice compliment. Thank you. Thank you for that. I did not know that. Thank you so much. And that, yeah, I see some resemblance. I guess so. I see some resemblance. I think it's the cheeks, maybe, and the beard. If I shave my head, maybe. But um, yeah, I see the resemblance. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. I really appreciate that. Let's see here from Nathaniel. Welcome to the live stream. Man, we were lucky to be the 8th seed and lucky to win today. But I'm happy that we did. Yeah, actually, the Lakers, are the 7th seed now. They beat the Pelicans, and now they are secured and advancing to the playoffs as the 7th seed. So that's much better. And it's good the Lakers got this win. I absolutely agree with you on that. And what a survival! What a survival win against the Pelicans tonight. And now the Lakers are moving on to advance to the NBA playoffs to face the reigning champs in the rematch scenario versus the Denver Nuggets. So I really can't wait to get into all the thoughts and analysis of that particular game once it happens on Saturday. So please stay tuned for that. We're going to be getting into all the things that will go down in that game, and I really can't wait to get into it If you haven't yet, guys, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. So go ahead and follow me all across social media and stay in the know. Hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to join me on my post game show analysis and thoughts, and especially now when it comes to playoff time. So please do so. I really appreciate that. And once again, I want to thank Darrell and Darrell Smith. I want to thank Ghetto Rabbit, Turbo, and also uh, Daniel. I really appreciate you. And also Nathaniel, I think you also commented something here. Let me read that real quick. I don't know if we beat Denver. I hope we can. I hope we do. But I just hope that we don't get swept and make it interesting. Yeah, that's my hope too. And I think there's a good chance that we will get some wins under our belts in the first round of the playoffs against the Denver Nuggets. But my hope is the Lakers will steal. They will steal a home win from the Denver Nuggets. I mean, that will be a statement there, especially in the first round. I mean, the Lakers did it before against the Grizzlies. So if they can do it to the second seed last year, why can't they do it against the reigning champs? And they actually did it last time against the reigning champs at the time of the Golden State Warriors. So I think they can. And with a healthy LeBron James going into the first round of the playoffs, I think they can. I think that can happen. And like I said in my analysis, I mean, of the Lakers, the regular season, I don't think the Lakers were themselves. Going into the regular season, and this team was much better than what they were showing us in the regular season. Now, once playoff comes around, I think the Lakers will be a whole different team. They will be a much better team, and because they'll be facing only one team, and I think that's what LeBron and most uh, Lakers on this team are. That they are a much better team. It kind of reminds me of the in-season tournament. The Lakers, when they went on that run, they stayed in one place and faced teams, and they were just a whole different animal. And they're still the same team. No changes were made other than Spencer Dinwiddie joining the team. I think the Lakers can do it in the playoffs because it's such a different situation than what is the regular season is. You only travel only one time. One destination. It's not like a whole different thing. Obviously, the Lakers will get some rest here and there, and I think the Lakers are going to be good. I think they're going to be a much different team going into the playoffs than they were in the regular season. That's just me. I'm not sure if some of you may disagree with me on it. Maybe they'll be the same. You never know, you know, but I agree. I don't want the Lakers to get swept. The Denver Nuggets are a team to be reckoned with. I mean, they are a really, really good team. I mean, they are a threat in the Western Conference. That's why I said if the Lakers get past the toughest task in the Denver Nuggets, OKC, Suns, you name them, you know, they are a team that could be cakewalks for the Lakers if they get past the first round to beat the Denver Nuggets. That would be amazing. And I think everyone is going to be talking about this for many years about the Lakers beating the champs in the first round. So let's make that happen. I want to see that happen. And from Ghetto Rabbit, still one game. It puts the pressure on them. Yeah, I mean that's my hope. I mean, and LeBron has a good history of doing that, and we saw that a couple of times last year. In the first round when we stole one game against the Grizzlies, the reigning champs at the time, and the Golden State Warriors. We did that as well. And let's hope that we can do it to the Denver Nuggets. So if we do that, the Lakers, they will be uh, smooth sailing. Maybe not smooth sailing, but, just make things interesting, in the playoffs against the Nuggets. Uh, and that's my hope, going into uh, the playoffs on Saturday against the Denver Nuggets. So bring it on, Nuggets and the Lakers. Let's go all in and get the beat Denver. Let's make that happen. Hashtag beat Denver. Let's hope for that. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Follow me all across social media, and I'll see you all in the next live stream, in the next video. Thank you all so much for joining me on this live stream. Please follow me all across social media, and stay tuned for more post-game analysis. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. And just got a good night to you. Bye. Go Lakers. Good night to you, Nathaniel. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.